tell you where the fish are.
Triple! Get in there!
Tell you where the
That's
fish
a nice
are.
fish.
Yeah, man.
I tell you where the fish are.
Woo! Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer with Pautzke Outdoors. As you can see, we have smiles on our faces. Why? Because we're in the great state of New Mexico. It's one of our favorite places to come film. Why? We sell more Pautzke FireBait and balls of fire salmon eggs in northern New Mexico than anywhere else in the world. Today we're going to show you why. Behind me is where we're filming today. You got the Pecos River right here. You got the Rio Mora River right there. And we're about to show you how easy it is, even with only an hour and a half left in the day, like we have, to catch a ton of rainbow trout using Pautzke balls of fire salmon eggs and Pautzke FireBait. Hey, put that in the net. Put it in the net, Kyle. Go! Turn your body towards me, bud. Oh, I don't think you understand. That's a monster for here. Go! Get it in the net. I know, I'm just saying. Yes!
Check this one out. I can't believe this. I saw this fish right at the end of the run. I was drifting, I'm a little out of breath. I was drifting, what was that, pink shrimp. And this fish came and crushed it, man.
Oof.
They said I was only gonna catch like 10 to 11 inches. So this first fish up here, I'm happy.
Sure. Not a bad rainbow. Come here, buddy. Float a Pautzke silver label salmon egg. A little jig head on it underneath the float.
You want to release it right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Fish on.
Double.
Got a double. Woo! Quick release. Today, Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from northern New Mexico. It was an interesting day. You know, we had planned on coming up to fish the Pecos River, but the Pecos was high and muddy, being in the spring as it is. So instead, we, found one of the tributaries, the Rio Mora, which anybody that fishes the Pecos knows all about it. You know, there's a big parking area. It's a very obvious place. You know, we made one cast, caught a fish, and then from there, it was just off the hook. A lot of people come to the Pecos and they catch a lot of fish that are 9, 10, 11 inches. Today we got into a couple rainbows that went 18 and 19 inches. We caught several dozen other rainbows, that were probably those 9 to 10 inch fish, 11 inch fish that everybody's so used to seeing. But what was amazing was, we didn't even get up here until about 4:30 today. So we started fishing at 5, and from 5 to 6:30, we caught several dozen fish between the three of us. Between the two of us. They never let me actually fish. So, we went up there, caught and released every one of the fish, and even the big fish, the 18 and 19 inchers that we did catch today, we put them right back into the stream. And as you'll see, all of today's fishing came on two baits, Pautzke balls of fire salmon eggs and Pautzke FireBait. It didn't matter which color of the eggs or which color of the FireBait that we brought up here. They were hitting every one of those. So, it was a pretty exciting day for us. We wish every time that we came up here to the Pecos that we caught, 20, 30 fish in an hour and a half. What a blast.
What I'm going to show you as far as what colors we used today, how we set it up, and what we're doing as far as in the river. We're right now right after peak runoff, so the water's a little bit stained right now, so we wanted to get some bright colors in the water and some things that they're used to seeing. So one of the things we did as far as on our end is using a mountain wildfire, nice and bright colors on this thing, as far as so we'd be able to get the attention of the fish. A lot of glitter in this. The other one is a feed pellet brown, which is something the hatchery fish are used to seeing. So this is what they're fed on a consistent basis. So we want to make sure we get something in there that they're used to seeing on a natural basis for them growing up in a hatchery. The other one is going to be your standard favorite as far as in New Mexico is a peach garlic. This one has been working phenomenal today too. So this is something that we've had for a while and actually been using quite a bit in this state. The other things are the silver label salmon eggs. It's a top of the line big salmon egg with silver glitter. When this thing hits the water, it just causes the light to just shine off these eggs, just amazing as far as in the water. Then we go into a pink shrimp egg, which is a brand new egg with shrimp flavor to it. So this has been just phenomenal today also. It's probably catching more than anything else on this particular style today. Last but not least is a chartreuse garlic. So brand new egg also. So this thing has been working great in some of the stained water. It's been catching a lot of fish today. So we're going to show you our setup today, something very, very simple. And most people think as far as on a dough bait and FireBait here, is that you use that and just plunk it in there and just let it sit at the bottom, let the fish come around and grab it. We're trying something different today. It's been working phenomenal. So what we've done is your standard peg float. So peg float inline and set it up whatever the depth of the water that we're fishing. Some of these pools are 1 foot, some are 2 foot, and we just adjust it so we can adjust this back and forth on the line. Makes it nice and easy. What we've done on the end is actually a weighted jig head to actually take the FireBait further down as far as in the column, the water column. One thing I've been doing today is bending the actual hook up a little bit from your standard setup on it, just to get better hook set. If you leave it straight across to the eyelet, you kind of miss quite a few fish. We found that out early. So started bending the hook up and it made a big difference on hook sets. And we've been putting a FireBait on this, just a small amount on the back end, almost giving it the look of a mealworm and just having it float down near the bottom, and these fish have been nailing it. And of course we've been using the same setup and just a standard 3 eggs on it, 2 eggs, just enough to cover the tip of the hook. So this has been the way we've been fishing today, and from what you can see as far as on the video, it's been great so far. Bam! Oh, a good one! Oh. It's a monster! Oh crap. Right over here, I'll move it for you.
Take your time.
We're going to gap right over here.
Super big.
Oh. That's how it's done, son. Bring the Wisconsin trout with me. Another big rainbow on pink shrimp. Just drifted here in a little deeper hole. It's been a fun day.
Pretty fish, huh?
Yeah, kind of looks like me. That's how it's done, son. Bring the Wisconsin trout with me.